These are what to expect from the remainder theorem. You are expected to identify the remainder in a single division problem and evaluate polynomials. And you are also expected to find the remainder when a polynomial is divided by a binomial.
Hello everyone, my name is Princess Lorraine B. Daugdao, a grade 10 student, and today I'm going to explain and show you what is remainder theorem. So, remainder theorem, given a polynomial p of x with a divisor in the form x minus c, the remainder denoted by r of the polynomial is given by r is equals to p of c, where p of c is obtained by substituting the value and the value indicator c to the polynomial. Remainder is the number left in dividing two expressions whose quotient is not equal. So here we have example number 1. Determine the remainder of x to the power of 4 plus 4x cubed minus x squared minus 16x minus 4 when divided by x minus 2. First, let's identify our number indicator or yung value indicator from our divisor. So, yung divisor natin dito is itong x minus 2. So, our C value is 2. Or yung natin, yung value indicator is 2. So, yung value ni C, yun yung isa-substitute natin sa given polynomial dito. So, papalitan natin ng 2 lahat ng given variables. So, now we have 2 to the power of 4 plus 4 times 2 cubed minus 2 squared minus 16 times 2 minus 4. So, bali, times lang natin to itself. For example, yung 2 to the power of 4. So, to times lang natin pang-apat yung 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equals to 16. Dito naman sa 4 times 2 cube, let's first do 2 cube. So, we'll do 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 times 4 is equals to 32. Then, dito sa 2 squared, 2 times 2 is equals to 4. At dito naman sa 16 times 2, we have 32. And then, bring down lang natin yung 4 kasi di naman siya na Then, after that, we'll simplify. Since we have 16 plus 32 minus 4 minus 32 minus 4 and simplified is equals to 8. So, yung remainder natin dito is 8. Moving on, now we have example number 2. Find the remainder when 5x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by x plus 2 using remainder theorem and synthetic division. So, dito sa remainder theorem, gagawin lang natin yung ginawa natin kanina sa example 1. So, yung value indicator natin, which is yung C, is equals to negative 2. So, we have P of x is equals to 5x squared minus 2x plus 1. Ang gagawin ulit natin is isa-substitute ulit natin yung negative 2 sa mga x. So, magiging P of negative 2 is equals to 5 times negative 2 squared minus 2 times negative 2 plus 1. So, isa-solve na natin. So, we have here 5 times negative 2 squared. First, we'll solve negative 2 x squared muna. So, that is 4. And then, we have negative 2 times negative 2. That is also 4. After that, we'll times the 5 times 4. That is 20. Then, we will simplify 20 plus 4 and plus 1. And we have 25. Next, we have synthetic division. Dito, kunin lang natin ang coefficient ng dividend natin. So, we have 5, negative 2, and 1. So, di ba, kinuha na natin yung 5, negative 2, and 1. Kukunin naman natin dito yung value indicator natin, which is yung negative 2. So, first, bring down 5. Then, 5 times negative 2, we have negative 10. Negative 2 plus negative 10 is equals to negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 2, we have 24. 24 plus 1, we have 25. So, we can see na dito sa synthetic division natin, we still have 25. Same as the remainder theorem.
Hello everyone, I am Kate Nicole Andanias and I am here to discuss about factor theorem. But before that, this is what to expect about factor theorem. First is find the remainder when a polynomial is divided by a binomial, and use the factor theorem to determine whether or not the binomial x minus c is a factor of the given polynomial. What is factor theorem? Factor theorem is connected to polynomials. It says if you plug in a number into a polynomial and the result is 0, then that number makes a factor. Formally saying, if fx is a polynomial and fc equals 0, then x minus c is a factor of fx. First example, determine whether x minus 2 is a factor of fx equals x squared minus 5x plus 6. The value of our c is 2, so substitute 2 in the variable x. So we have now f2 equals 2 squared minus 5 times 2 plus 6. That simplifies to 4 minus 10 plus 6, which is equals to 0. So since f2 equals 0, the theorem tells us that x minus 2 is a factor of fx. Second example, determine whether x minus 3 is a factor of fx equals 3x cubed plus x squared minus 2x minus 15. The variable of our c is 3, so substitute 3 in the variable x. So we have now f3 equals 3 times 3 cubed plus 3 squared minus 2 times 3 minus 15. So we get 3 times 27 by multiplying 3 times 3 times 3 to get 27. Then multiplying it by 3 to get 81. For 3 squared, we multiply 3 times 3 to get 9. And for negative 2 times 3, we multiply negative 2 to 3 to get negative 6. So we combine them together to get f3 equals 81 plus 9 minus 6 minus 15, which equals to 69. So since f3 is equals to 69, the theorem tells us that x minus 3 is not a factor of fx.
The rational root theorems. Last possible rational roots of a polynomial. It uses factors of the constant term over factors of the leading coefficient.
Hi guys, my name is Antonin Choi D. Delior. I'm here to teach you how to use rational root theorem. So, rational root theorem provides a way to find possible rational roots of a polynomial with integer coefficient. It states that if a polynomial has a rational root, a number that can be written as a fraction p and q. The p must be a factor of a constant term, and q must be a factor of the leading coefficient. The coefficient of the term with the highest power. You list all possible p and q combinations and test them to find actual roots.
Hi everyone, my name is Chloe S. Edradan, a grade 10 student. So I'm going to give example on rational root theorem. What are the possible rational root of x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0? So first step is to identify the constant term and the leading coefficient. So the constant term is positive 4 without variable, and the leading coefficient is the coefficient with the variable with the highest degree. So our degree is x squared or 2, and the coefficient, since indivisible, so understood to positive 1. And after that, we can get the value on the p over q. So our p is the factor with the constant term, and the q is the factor of the leading coefficient. So what's the factor with 4? Let's start to the lowest, and we have positive negative 1 over positive negative 2, cause 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 is 1 times 4 is 4. So positive and negative 4 can be 2, cause 4 times 1 equals 4. And then, let's get the factors with the leading coefficient. So our factor is 1, and then there's no other variables to 1, so consider to positive negative 1. So now, we can get the possible rational root and the equation. And all we have to do is divide p to q. So in symbol, that is p over q. So let's one by one. So first, we're going to divide this to positive negative 1 over positive negative 1. So 1 divided by 1, so that is positive negative 1. Gets? So that's the first possible rational roots. So next, divide 2 by 1. So that is positive negative 2 over positive negative 1. So our possible rational root is positive negative 2. And last one, positive negative 4 divided by 1, or positive negative 1. 4 divided by 1, answer is positive negative 4. So that's the possible rational roots in the equation.
Hi everyone, my name is Charles Angel Duran, a grade 10 student, and I am going to give you another example of rational root theorem. So, we will going to proceed to my example. My example is determine the possible rational roots of x to the power of 5 minus 13x cubed minus 4x minus 10. So, our first thing to do is to identify the constant term, which is the p, and the leading coefficient, which is q. So, our constant term or p is 10, and our leading coefficient is coefficient that has a highest degree of variable, and it's x to the power of 5. Since the coefficient is invisible, so we will going to add it into 1. So, after that, pwede na nato kuha ng values or factors sa p and q. The factors of 10 is positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 5, and positive negative 10. And the factor of 1, since isa raman si siya, so automatic, positive negative 1. And pwede na nato makuha ang possible roots sa ato equation. And all we have to do is to divide p to q. So, positive negative 1 divided by positive negative 1 is equals to positive negative 1. And positive negative 2 divided by positive negative 1 is equals to positive negative 2. Next, positive negative 5 divided by positive negative 1 is equals to positive negative 5. Next, positive negative 10 divided by positive negative 1 is equals to positive negative 10. And here is the possible rational roots of our equation x to the power of 5 minus 13x cubed minus 4x equals 10. So our rational roots of our equation is p divided by q equals positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 5, and positive negative 10.